Hi, I'm Sutton Stoft.
And I'm Graydon Brooks.
And we created BG Roundtable. BG Roundtable is a way for the students here at Bishop Gorman to connect with their classmates and see their ideas on topics, their personalities, and the experiences that shape them into who they are today. What's up, everyone? I'm Sutton Stoft.
I'm Graydon Brooks.
And welcome to BG Roundtable, Bishop Gorman's first video podcast.
To kick off today's episode, we are with 3 students who are in the prestigious Gorman Theater.
Could the 3 of you introduce yourselves, please?
Yes. My name's Luke Martin.
I'm Marie Munoz.
I'm Chandler Schulman.
And what grades are you guys in?
I'm a junior.
I'm a junior too.
I'm a senior.
Awesome. Well, we're so excited to be sitting here with the 3 of you today. We're going to start by going back to Act 1, Scene 1. We want to know about your early days. So what got you into theater?
So, I grew up in a theater family. My mom is the director, and my father is a sound man professionally, and my sister is a dancer. But ever since I was little, I never wanted to do it. And then I started in 3rd grade, and I kind of just gave it a shot. And then I really got into it in 8th grade. And I just fell in love with it, singing.
Ever since.
I'm from a family of music. So obviously my dad plays a lot of music. He was in a band, my brother was in a band. And then my mom one day was like, hey, your elementary school has this theater program. Would you be interested in singing musical theater on stage? And I was like, sure. And that's history.
Cool.
So I don't really have much of a history with theater. I actually just joined randomly sophomore year. I've always been interested in film and acting, so naturally kind of went into theater, but I was actually just convinced by some of the friends that are already in the theater to join, and I never really looked back since.
Oh, yeah, it really worked out.
What were the first roles you each remember playing?
In 3rd grade, I played Winthrop Peru in The Music Man at Bishop Gorman.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I don't remember the show, but I was in 1st grade and I played a character named Dixie. She was a human cannonball in a circus.
Well, the first thing I ever was part of was a competition piece. It was like a 1-act play. I was just a guy named Guy, but my first real role was Pirate King in Pirates of Penzance in sophomore year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you talk a little bit about the audition process? What's that like?
So for Golden Gales, the advanced class, there's pretty much just auditions at the end of the school year for the next school year, and then you get into the group. But anyone's allowed to audition for the annual musical or the play. It's pretty much open audition, and you get callbacks. It's pretty simple, right, guys?
Yeah, so we get everyone is open to a big set of sides, which basically are little tiny sections of music from the characters of the show. So you walk in and you're like, oh, I'm going to be singing this today because I'm auditioning for blank.
Okay.
Pretty much covers it, I would say.
Yeah.
Just about it.
Yeah.
So what's been the best part of your experience so far being part of the Gales Theater Guild?
You guys want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I didn't have theater at my middle school, and it was really rough because being in it all of elementary school and being really connected to it and not really having the opportunity of the arts, and then coming to Gorman and being like, whoa, we're really into theater here.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just a huge blessing and a really great opportunity.
Yeah, I would say my favorite part of the whole theater was the friends I made. I went from playing sports to doing theater, so I was introduced to an entirely different new group of people, and I'm very glad I got to meet all of them.
Yeah, I would say. What was the question again? I kind of forgot about it.
What's been your favorite part?
Oh yeah, favorite part.
Yeah.
I just every moment, just growing throughout every piece that I do. Probably my all-time favorite time I ever had was in Les Mis, the most recent production, and I feel like everybody as a whole just grew so much. And I love doing that in every production.
Well, and everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
That was the place to be. How did it feel? And how did that production end up going for you guys?
It's always amazing when the shows are such a big deal because theater isn't talked about that much.
Yeah.
And we put just a ton of literally all of our time into this, and it just pays off really well.
Yeah, it was really cool to see people really rallying around the theater this year, more so than other years. People just, I think just talk has been coming out and people are kind of starting to appreciate what we do more, and it's been really great to see more support.
Yeah, and I feel like Les Mis specifically helped with that, because everyone's seen the movie and it's one of the epics, one of the greats. So I feel like that got us a lot of good exposure. So.
Yeah.
So now that you've all been involved in theater for a few years, do you have any pre-show rituals that you do to get your nerves eased a little bit prior to going on stage?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's like the technical things I do, like getting my voice ready, and then there's the mental things. So like I like to obviously vocal steam, it kind of just gets the voice all moisturized, and then in my mind I kind of just love I love the power of listening. Just like in the car on the way there, I just like full blast whatever I'm doing in the show. It's just like, I don't know, it gets me in the zone. Doesn't really take much, but as long as I'm focused, I mean, I don't really need to like be quiet or anything. Like I can be all hyped up until the show, but it really depends on what role you're doing.
Yeah. I always have a cup of tea before like every show. It's like, I don't know, I started freshman year and I just never really stopped. And then vocal steaming, of course, that's really fun. A nebulizer also really helps to get rid of like phlegm and stuff. But I would say mentally, I like to separate myself like from my friends. Like I'm like, okay, give me a minute. I need to lock in. I need to get focused. And I spend a few minutes just thinking, and that really helps.
Yeah, what Luke said, it really does depend on the role. Like Les Mis was an opera, so it was basically all singing. And for that one, most of preparation's going into getting your voice right and warmed up and making sure that you have top vocal health. But for other shows, like ones that are more based around character, like last year for Fiddler, for me, I would get into character like 3 hours before we would start. I got my costume on, got my physicality, I started talking like him. It really helps with staying in character on stage by not leaving it at all throughout the whole day. But generally I tend to listen to like EDM or like rap or something before show.
Get you like hyped.
I
Get myself out of the moment before I fully dive myself into it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay, so for a second, let's talk about the International Thespian Festival that happened last year. So Marie, you won top scores in the solo musical theater category, where you sang 2 different pieces. How do you select your songs for an event like this?
Ooh, that's a good question. A lot of it is knowing yourself as an actor. I feel like picking a song, not only do you want to sing something that you're very comfortable singing, something that you trust yourself with, but portraying a character which you can relate to and something that you understand, and I feel like that really helps.
Okay.
Chandler, you won first place in the solo acting category, where you performed monologues for Julius Caesar and the Prodigal Son. How was your experience in the preparation going into that for that event?
Well, in particular, the Julius Caesar monologue that I did has always been one of my favorite monologues. I've always wanted to do it ever since seeing it in a movie before, and so I was just really excited to get into that. And then the Prodigal Son one, I was just recommended that by one of my teachers. So preparation that went into it was just really trying to understand the whole story and where the character's coming from in that moment and the full depth of emotionality that you need to portray in it. And it's mostly just trying to understand the person.
And then Luke, you and Marie won the top score in the duet musical theater category. And I know we were talking about this a little earlier, but how do you specifically get yourself in the mindset and in the role of a character?
Well, I mean, you just gotta listen to the music. I mean, we do musical theater. Like, half of it is music, and half of it is acting. I mean, acting is very important, but the music tells you what to do. I mean, music, like, makes us feel different emotions.
Right.
And also just connecting with your scene partner, just, like, getting locked in before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really quickly wanted to ask, do you guys have a say in what performances Gorman puts on?
No.
Is it pretty much a surprise?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you're like
very
crossing
much.
your fingers, hoping you get a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year we all had our theories, and a lot of us were pretty much hoping it would be Les Mis, and then when it turned out to be Les Mis, we were all really
And
excited.
there's like a big reveal thing, so.
Yeah, there's like a little party at the end of the year where we had the reveals.
Okay,
That's so fun.
So your next performance upcoming is The Book of Will, and that's happening at the end of May. What can you say about this play, and what should people be excited about?
Well, it's a very emotional piece. There's a lot of loss, and it's all about like carrying on a legacy, and it's pretty moving. It's pretty good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some death in it, I will say, but I like to see the show as a celebration of life and, you know, carrying on that legacy. It follows William Shakespeare's death and a lot of his players and, like, the men who acted with him carrying on by collecting all of his works into one big scripture. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
And something that's cool about the Book of Will that's different from all the other shows, or most of the other shows that we've done, is that it's actually being held in the black box. So it's like maybe around 100 seats a night, and it's just a really intimate space, and the acting is so much easier when you can actually like connect with the person in front of you, the audience. So it's a really cool experience in the black box.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, what's your dream production to be a part of?
Ooh. Wow.
do you want a minute to think?
I mean, yeah.
It's a deep question.
I'll have to answer two parts. I'll have two answers. So my first so my dream production, I actually have already done, which Jean Valjean and Les Mis. I mean, it was such a blessing to do a show perfect for every single person in the cast, like Eponine and Javert. Like it was just all the roles were perfect for us, and I had the most fun with him. But my dream role is actually Tommy in The Who's Tommy. it's a rock opera musical I just saw in New York, but it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have two shows that I would love to do. I would love to play Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl. I actually just saw that show. It's a lot of fun. Follows this girl who wants to be a big star, and then she falls in love, and things get a little complicated. And then there's a show called The Light in the Piazza, which was originally a book, but a composer, Adam Guddle, decided to make it a show, and it's very emotional. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too well versed in theater actually. I'm still trying to find my way around, but I would say my dream role would probably be something in a Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is something we'd not do here at Gorman, but maybe in the future sometime. It's really cool.
Speaking of the future, are any of you going to pursue acting as a future endeavor?
Yes, I want to get a BFA in performing arts in college.
Okay.
The dream is to just live in New York and perform.
The plan for me is to get a Bachelor of Music and some kind of vocal study, and then, probably hang out back east, do some shows. So.
I want to go into producing, and if I can put myself in some movies or shows, whatever I end up doing, then sure, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Fun.
That's so cool.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into the last segment of this podcast, the speed round. So we're just gonna ask you guys a question and just as quick as you can, like
Should be no thought or
At the same
very
time,
little.
all of us?
Okay.
you
You
or
can go down the line or all at the same
so-
time.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Okay,
we're gonna start off strong. Favorite musical of all time?
Oh, Les Mis.
Light in the Piazza.
Lame is.
Okay.
All-time favorite song.
Oh my god. Okay, wait, quick. All-time favorite song. Wait, what?
Gets everyone every single time.
Oh. Wait. Actually, just give us a second. Wait. All-time favorite song. What?
Guys.
All-time favorite song.
Loaded question.
Yeah.
I need to like look at my playlist.
Oh, that's awesome.
All-time favorite song. This is interesting.
Do you have one?
I do.
Here, I'll rephrase to one of your favorite songs, so that it can be a little bit less.
Okay.
Just name a banger.
Okay.
It's fine.
Name a banger.
I gotta name a banger.
Well, what's your guys's?
Army Dreamers by Kate Bush.
I would
Oh,
say
bro.
mine, Going to California by Led Zeppelin. Love
Okay,
that one.
yeah.
Probably one of my favorite songs right now is "Wishing" by ELO.
Mm.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing a few lines.
No.
Okay. Plays or musicals?
For me, musicals.
Musicals.
Plays. I love acting.
If you could meet one actor or actress, dead or alive, who would it be?
I would probably meet Ramin Karimloo. You guys probably don't know him, but he's a musical theater actor. He's like my idol.
Eva Noblezada.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
My favorite of all time.
Okay.
What's your biggest theater pet peeve?
Peeve.
I hate it when actors give me notes instead of the
Ooh.
director. I hate
Oh
that.
yeah. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pet peeve. I mean, it's gotta be the one person who's just like off pitch in my ear. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, pet peeves. This is kind of tough. I guess like unnatural like blocking. Like there's something in there's something in like theater where you usually turn around the long way, so, but instead of just like turning this way and walking, and I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little
know
it's a
exactly
pet
what
peeve.
you're
It's
talking
tiny,
about.
but
Okay.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
could understand.
More of a-
Okay, so who is your Hollywood crush, if you have one?
Well, that's
Luke
Chandler
Martin.
Shulman. Oh.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Gotcha,
Whoops,
gotcha. For sure.
whoops. Yeah, it's Hollywood crush.
Ooh.
That's a
Margot
good
Robbie. Margot
Ooh.
Robbie.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
It is.
That's a good
You
one.
know what? Now that we're on the trend, like Ryan Gosling.
Oh. Greta
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that one. Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't think about this. I'll just go with the classic Zendaya.
Oh.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Okay, who would you think if you won an Academy Award?
Who would I think?
I actually have this planned.
Do you really?
I've thought about this before. When I was very young, my oldest brother, when I was like in first grade, he told me that if I ever won an Oscar, he'd buy me a Mercedes. So if I ever win an Oscar, I'm going up there and I'm saying, Parker, you owe me a Mercedes, and I'm leaving.
Oh,
That's my
classic.
plan. Yeah.
That's
Okay, that's
classic.
good, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I thank my family, thank God. But my first ever director, her name is Harris Galadner. I would thank her because she's pretty much the reason for it all. So.
Yeah, I'll probably have to thank my family, obviously. But I would probably thank Shrimp Factory.
Oh.
Shrimp Factory is our little film company. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Solid.
And last but not least, what would you guys be doing right now if theater did not exist?
Huh.
I'd probably be in physical therapy again for football.
Yeah.
Stay there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a good. Other than music too, just like not music.
Okay.
Not music. No, it's a question.
No, music can be. Yeah, you can have music, just not theater.
Yeah, I'd probably just do music, and then
yeah,
just like
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
This guy loves singing.
Oh my goodness. I think I would actually be doing something in science. Like,
Okay.
Science.
Yeah.
I would not be doing science.
Yeah.
Or math.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Of
Thank you.
course.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of BG Roundtable, and we will catch you all on the next one.
Bye.